Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Remy's restroom, Elektra hyperventilates in terror as she takes in the collage of herself on the wall. In Forrester's design office, Will and Ivy bandy how perplexing Elektra's blasting is, and Will declares they've to get the real story. He's sure Elektra didn't earn this. Ivy agrees. They marvel that she was great at her job, and there was nothing to warrant her losing the job that was so important to her. Ivy alludes to it being more vital than anyone realized. Will asks if there's commodity he should know. He vows he won't give up until he finds out why this happened to Elektra or who's behind it. In the main office, Katie fills Carter and Hope in on Elektra's prints. Carter thanks her for handling it discreetly. Katie complains that Will knows he's not getting the full story and isn't happy about it, but he easily doesn't know her any better than the rest of them do. Carter cautions them that Fanny will be there any nanosecond. Katie muses about the songster living in Paris. Carter says he's making a trip there moment for implicit collaboration with the company. It's part of his plan to take it to the coming position. Fanny has a scent. Katie's agitated. Just also, Fanny walks by and greets them all with kisses before expressing concern about all the changes. She wants to talk to Brooke. At the jail, Bill flashes to Luna asking him not to abandon her. The door buzzes and she's let in looking bruised and bombarded. Bill frowns. Luna can't believe he's there. She cries that she was giving up stopgap. Bill asks what the hell happened to her. Who did this to you? Luna says the other women bully her all the time and the guards do'n't indeed watch. She committed terrible crimes but she doesn't belong there. I do'n't know how much longer I can hang on. In Remy's restroom, Elektra hears him coming, complaining loudly about drawing the calf. She hides behind the lounge as he slams into the apartment and stands there fuming. In the main office, Hope tells Fanny that Brooke is attending to some particular matters, so she can't be with them. Carter gushes about her incense and singing career. Fanny explains she has a talented platoon. She has them try her scent and hopes it captures the beauty and complication of Forrester. Katie muses, nice. Veritably nice. Fanny explains about the different types of spices and Carter chuckles, I like all three. So does Katie. Suddenly, Fanny gets a communication and says she has to go to another meeting. They all thank her. And Fanny says she'll always want the stylish for Forrester Creations. In the design office, Will worries that Elektra will go home if she can't work at Forrester. Ivy worries she's beating herself up when she did nothing wrong. Will knows she didn't do anything wrong. It's commodity differently. I'm not dropping this. In his room, Remy takes off his shirt and walks into the restroom to wash his face. As he's putting on a clean t-shirt, he senses movement in the other room, where Elektra has skittered to the other side of the lounge. At the jail, Luna cries to Bill that she doesn't belong there. She snapped and it was temporary insanity. No bone. Indeed tries to understand her except him. She brings up their analogous backgrounds and says she knows he can relate to her. You're the only one who can. She insists she wouldn't be there if not for what her mama put her through. They will kill me and then. Help me please Bill. Luna pleads with him to get her out of there. Ivy and Will join Katie, Hope and Carter in the main office at Forrester and demand answers about Elektra's blasting. Ivy says they earn an explanation. Will asks what she did that was so bad that they had to let her go. Ivy adds the real reason. Carter says, show them, Katie. Katie shows Will the print of Elektra on her phone and says she's sorry, but as he can see, Elektra isn't the sweet innocent person they allowed her to be. Will asks if she's serious. That's not Elektra. He explains it's an AI-generated image, a deep fake. In Remy's apartment he spots Elektra as she makes a break for the door and stops her from leaving. She shouts, it was you. He begs her to hear to him for a nanosecond. He tells her the people at Forrester aren't her musketeers. They're just like the people back home and turned their tails on her. They can't live with you, but I can't live without you, Elektra. Elektra saw the filmland and knows it was him who made the deep fakes. Remy tells her they'll go live in New York and he'll take care of her. Elektra says he's not her friend. Remy had to do it. He couldn't let her be with Will, or with anyone. Elektra realizes this is why she lost her job. You did it again, didn't you? Remy couldn't have Will coming between them. He transferred the prince to Will's mama. I had no choice. He declares his love and begs her to come down with him, and he'll no way do it again. Elektra smothers that he transferred those prints to Will's mama knowing she'd be fired and lowered, and he wants her to come down with him. She vows he'll go to jail for this. Remy knows he went a little too far, but it's only because he loves her so important. Elektra tries to escape, but he hollers, "Stop," and won't let her out the door. Will Spencer and Ivy Forrester bandied their complaints about Elektra Forrester getting fired without being given a reason. Will knew there was further to the story and refused to stop digging until he got answers. Meanwhile, Katie Logan gave Carter Walton and Hope Logan updates on the libelous print situation. So Carter thanked her for handling effects with Elektra discreetly. Coming on Friday's B&B occasion, Fanny Grayson showed up to pitch some especially formulated spices for Forrester Creations. Since Fanny was a French songster with a big following and Forrester didn't have a scent collection, Carter saw this as a great expansion occasion. Fanny arrived and originally sounded a little cautious of all the Forrester changes, but she was hopeful about Brooke Logan joining this meeting. Hope had to inform Fanny that Brooke was dealing with particular matters, but Fanny was cheerful for the donation anyway and sounded agitated about the implicit collaboration. Latterly, Ivy and Will demanded answers about Elektra's blasting, so Carter and Hope encouraged Katie to show Will one of the libelous prints. Will took a look at it and incontinently realized it was a deep fake, so he delivered that news to Katie. In Remy Price's apartment, Elektra hid behind the lounge when he came blowing by. Remy ultimately grew suspicious about someone being there, and ran to slam the door closed when he caught Elektra trying to sneak out. Elektra brazened Remy about the print collage and indicted him of being behind the deepfake snaps, so he eventually admitted he did it. Remy was sorry for taking effects too far, but he loved Elektra and couldn't let her be with anybody differently. Elektra got evidence that Remy transferred some deepfakes to Katie, and was the reason she lost her job. Although Remy wanted to run down with Elektra to New York and take care of her, she claimed they were musketeers. Elektra argued that Remy was going to jail rather, but he blocked her from leaving since he claimed he couldn't live without her. In jail, Bill Spencer arrived for a visit with Luna Nozawa, who was covered in scrapes and bruises. After Bill asked what happened, Luna admitted she was relentlessly bullied by the other convicts and stressed she wouldn't survive if she stayed behind bars. Luna argued that Bill was the only bone who understood her and said she didn't belong in there. Although Luna claimed she wasn't trying to make defenses, she claimed temporary insanity was the reason for her crimes. Luna made another vaticination about facing a grim fate if she stayed and prayed Bill to help her get out of the slammer. Bill will have to deal with further of Luna's pleas soon enough.